G'day YouTube, Down the Bricks here, and I'm back with the ultimate Star Wars face-off. We have a almighty battle going on here today. On the left we have the 2002 UCS Imperial Star Destroyer. It is set 10030. It has 3,096 pieces, and on the right we have Enyo's custom UCS Venator class destroyer. It was designed in 2010 and it has 5,416 pieces. That's right, it is almost double the piece count. I'm absolutely stoked to have both these models out on show. I still can't get enough of the Venator. It is just so amazing. So for today's video, we're basically just going to be admiring the beauty of both of these sets. We're going to be looking at them at different angles and just sizing them up between one another. I'm not going to go real in-depth. Now, I did do an in-depth review of the Venator, so if you want to see that, I'll put a link up here, I'll put a card up, you can click on that and go check out all the information you want to know about the Venator can be found in that video. We even go internal and have a look at the structure of the build as well. So what I'll probably do is take the top section off the Imperial Star Destroyer and we'll have a quick look at the internals of that. So if you've seen that previous Venator review, you're going to have a look at how the structure of the Imperial Star Destroyer compares. And just to note, we have the mini Tantive there just to show the scale of the Imperial Star Destroyer. So the overall dimensions of these sets, just running a ruler over myself, the Imperial Star Destroyer is 101 centimeters long. It is 59 centimeters wide and 43 centimeters high. So it's a little bit wider, a little bit taller than the Venator, which makes perfect sense because of the streamlined nature of the Venator. But the Venator is longer, so the dimensions there are 113 centimeters long, so it's 12 centimeters longer. It's 55 centimeters wide and 32 centimeters high. And if you want to know inches, that's what conversion calculators are for. So before we get into it, I'm going to lift the top panels off the Imperial Star Destroyer so we can get down inside and have a quick look in there, and I'll also show you how you actually move the model around. Okay, so this top section is in two compartments, so you can actually just lift the bridge straight off like so. That panel comes off, and then you can lift out the next panel. That just comes up like that. And then you can get to the internals. We have a bar here that you lift up, and then the main chassis of the build is just in here, and you can grab that, and that's how you actually can move the ship around. You can't go picking it up from underneath because all these panels are held on by magnets. If you try and pick it up, they're just going to buckle and you'll knock pieces off, and it's very awkward to move around if you don't do it properly. So that is the way you can move your model around. Taking a look inside of the Star Destroyer, you can see the internal structure, and if you did watch my in-depth review of the Venator, you'll see that the internal core is a lot less in this Star Destroyer compared to the Venator. But you can also see that a lot of the design ideas were taken from this build and used in the Venator with the use of magnets. You can see some magnets down in there. There's also magnets holding the top panel on. There's one there and one back here, and there is more used in there further down that we can't see. And then to put it back together, it's very easy. We have this top piece just here, so you actually line that up and that goes in that hole there. So if you drop that in like so, and then you just drop the bridge straight on top there, like that. Looking head on, you really get a good idea of the different proportions between both ships. You really get a sense of that streamlined look of the Venator compared to the angular look of the Imperial Star Destroyer. And taking a closer look, you really get appreciation for the colour scheme and the greebling of the Venator over the Imperial Star Destroyer, which just uses different layers of plates to get a bit more detail into the build rather than little bits of greebling. And as I said, the colour use in the Venator with the insignia as well. To the bridge sections, both highly detailed, great looking bridge. I mean, it's just such a classic design for the Imperial Star Destroyer. Lots of greebling used down to the turrets, and likewise for the Venator, some very nice pockets of greebling. The turrets, very nice design for those, and a great looking set of bridges. Taking a look down the side of the Star Destroyer, some very nice greebling in there. Always was quite impressed with the greebling, especially as we make our way up to the side of the bridge section. And swinging over to the Venator, the greebling is just taken to an all new level with not a single stud exposed. It is all completely covered. It's just an amazing level of detail. Absolutely spectacular. And if we go up to the bridge, not as much greebling here. Lots of different angles used. And a quick bird's eye view. So now to one of my favourite views for both of these ships is looking at the engines, and both look fantastic. I was always a huge fan of the engines on the Star Destroyer. I've got to say the design and the look on the Venator is simply outstanding. And I can't think of a better view to finish on for this video. So that's going to lead me now into the face-off decision. Which one comes out on top? I've got to say the Imperial Star Destroyer, it was always my second favourite build behind the UCS Millennium Falcon. And I've got to say, it's been knocked off that perch because I think the Venator is just the next level. I mean, it's got 2,500 pieces more, so you really have to expect that the Venator should be better with that number of extra pieces. It's a hard decision because I have a real soft spot for the original trilogy, and normally I would pick that every day of the week, but the Venator is just that good. Well, that's it for this series of Venator videos. I really hope you did enjoy it. I hope I didn't drag it out too much. There's just so much to show and appreciate with the Venator, and I really wanted to take my time and show it off the best way I could. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That would be fantastic. I've got stacks more to share with you guys. I've got city stuff. I've got more builds. I've got some other toy stuff to show. And of course, more Star Wars. So stick around. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you really enjoyed this video. And as always, a big thank you for taking the time to watch. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.